controlled explosion, every second, hiding quietly under your hood. You press the button or turn the key, and nothing feels dramatic. The dash lights up, the engine hums, and you pull onto the road. It feels completely ordinary, like nothing at all is happening. But inside that hood, something is happening every fraction of a second. Small explosions, timed, controlled ones, not random blasts. Each one is a precise burst of fuel and air, igniting in a sealed chamber. At cruising speed, thousands fire every minute across every cylinder. Thousands of small fires, while your hands rest easy and the radio plays. You feel none of it, just smooth forward motion. So the real question is, how does that actually happen? How does fire inside a metal box become the quiet glide of a car? This is the spark that starts it all. Inside a running engine, each cylinder fires dozens of times every second. Every firing follows the same 4-beat rhythm: intake, compression, power, exhaust. On intake, the piston drops and pulls in a fine mist of fuel and air. On compression, it squeezes that mixture into a space about 10 times smaller. Right at the peak of that squeeze, the spark plug fires. The mixture ignites, pressure spikes, and the piston gets driven down hard. That downward punch hits the crankshaft, bending linear motion into rotation. Most engines run 4, 6, or 8 cylinders, all firing in a staggered sequence. Think of a rowing crew, each person pulling at a slightly different beat. No single rower keeps the boat gliding, but together the motion becomes continuous. The exhaust stroke clears out the spent gases, and the whole cycle resets. It all happens so fast that it reaches your wheels as one unbroken flow of force. From a spinning engine to spinning wheels, here is how it works. Your engine likes a narrow band, but the road asks for everything. The transmission's job is to bridge the gap between engine and road. Think of a gear as a lever that has been bent into a circle. Small gear, turning a large one, trades rotational speed for turning force. That turning force is torque, and torque is what actually moves the car. First gear is steep, slow wheels with force enough to shove tons of metal. Shift up and you trade force for speed, and that is where fuel savings lie. From the transmission, power travels down a steel drive shaft toward the driven axle. There, the differential splits the drive between your left and right wheels. It lets them spin at different speeds through a corner, so the car tracks cleanly. What started as engine spin has become tire grip, and the car moves. Your whole car touches the road through 4 patches of rubber, each the size of your hand. 4 hands of rubber are the only grip under a 2,000-pound machine. At highway speed, you cover the length of a tennis court in about 1 second. When something goes wrong, your tires have less than that to respond. Grip is one fixed budget. Acceleration, steering, and braking all draw from the same pool. Brake too hard into a corner and you spend your turning budget. The car goes wide. Engineers call it the friction circle. The tire can only give so much. Add rain and the budget shrinks. Add ice and grip nearly disappears. The engine fires and the wheels spin, but spinning and gripping are not the same thing. Without grip, the whole chain breaks. Fuel became fire, fire became spin, spin went nowhere. The engine, the brakes, the steering, all of it lands on 4 palm-sized patches of rubber. Chapter 5, the physics of stopping. Picture it, a car cuts in front of you and your foot slams down. All that speed has to go somewhere. Brakes don't erase motion. They convert it into heat through friction. Your foot pressurizes fluid through a hydraulic line out to each wheel. Metal calipers close on spinning discs until they glow orange under a hard stop. That heat radiating off your wheels afterward was your speed. Here's the surprise. Double your speed and you don't need twice the distance. You need roughly 4 times as much, because energy scales with the square of speed. At 60, you carry 4 times the energy you had at 30. That's why highway stops feel like a different physics problem than city stops. Brake too hard and a wheel locks, and a locked wheel skids instead of gripping. ABS pulses the brakes dozens of times a second, holding each tire at grip's edge. Shorter stops, and a car you can still steer while the discs glow. The catch, most of your fuel is quietly wasted. Here is the part nobody really tells you. Only about 1/4 to 1/3 of the fuel ever moves the car. The rest of it simply leaves as heat. Some roars out the exhaust, some is carried off by the radiator. Engines run hot because they shed enormous heat just to keep going. Every time a piston fires, most of that explosion does nothing useful. It is a hard limit, written into the physics of turning heat into motion. Engineers have known for a century the combustion engine was never going to be efficient. That is exactly the problem hybrids and electric cars were built to fix. A hybrid captures the energy you'd lose braking and saves it for the next push. An electric motor skips the explosions, so far less waste is built in from the start. A machine that carries you smoothly down the highway is an extravagant heat producer inside. Clever and wasteful at the very same time. Here is the full chain, one more time. Fuel burns, heat pushes the pistons turn the crankshaft. That spin runs through the gearbox and drive shaft to the wheels. The wheels grip the road, and that grip is what moves you. Touch the brakes, and friction converts all that motion back into heat. Fuel to fire, fire to spin, spin to grip, grip to motion, back to heat. That is the whole machine, in one sentence. Every time your foot presses the accelerator, you open that chain wider. Every pedal is you deciding how much energy flows, and how fast. The machine was never mysterious. Physics running in a precise sequence. Car is that sequence, refined and ordered over more than a century. Next time you sit behind the wheel, you will feel the whole chain working.